If you're going to reboot Real Housewives of Atlanta, you're going to have to do a reboot. Not a small trim, but you're going to have to really focus on who needs to be there and who needs to chop quickly. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reads video. Happy Thursday. We on the last day of the month. August was a lot for me. Birthday month, a lot of celebrations, random stuff, trips to Memphis, barbecue down, all of that. Whew, it's been a month and I'm glad to be ending this with this King of Reads video because I got a lot to say. But I hope y'all are enjoying y'all week. I hope y'all had a good month. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all barbecue holiday or whatever we doing this weekend. Because we love a 3-day weekend for those who do have one. For those who don't, I understand. I get it. But yes, we have a couple things to get into. There's been talks about a Real Housewives of Atlanta reboot. So many stories being told. Some folks are saying they're going to keep 2 or 3 ladies. Some are saying they might not. We don't know who to believe. But I do believe that there is some type of reboot in the works. We got to talk about Mitch McConnell being on mute doing the Beyonce concert. Girl, everybody on mute. Like, these are the folks who are running our government. These are the folks who are in positions of power to deny and keep us from, you know, living better lives. And they literally on mute being asked about re-elections. Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Cardi B has subpoenaed Tasha K's bank records. She want to know these transfers. She want to know where these coins is at. Cardi B is not playing with you, Tasha. You in danger, sister. We got to talk about PinkyDoll because after seeing her at the Streaming Awards, the pictures, I thought she was light-skinned, but apparently she's not. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about Funky Dineva's apology to Chloe. Girl, child, so much. Also, we might be getting the visuals to Renaissance. Currently, there's a story coming out that they are shot and they're done and they're being shopped around. We got to talk about all of that. Before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and get to this mental health check-in. So, mental is getting back. I feel so rejuvenated after coming back from Memphis. I really enjoyed hanging out with my mother and my father this weekend. Loved it. My mother had her 40th class reunion in Memphis, and I went there for the family picnic and being around so many beautiful black folks, black older folks who graduated from high school 40 years ago, and just seeing how they're connected to each other. And it was just refreshing. It was beautiful seeing my mother like so excited. She needed this moment. Shout out to London. She really enjoyed herself. It was hot, girl. Memphis was on a heat advisory, girl. It was burning down, girl. It was burning down. And my dad had to go. And my cousins, they had to go too. It was too hot, but I stayed with my mama. I was like, on my mama, on my hood, come on. Victoria Monet ate that. Oh, she ate that. But I stayed, girl. I was hot. Fan me off. Hot. But I enjoyed my time in Memphis. Got a chance to kick it with my friends. Then took my butt to Spectrum in Memphis. Girl, it's the way Memphis do not have a gay scene. And I got there and I felt old. Like, I was there and I felt old. Like, I didn't recognize any of the songs that was playing. They was playing some very young stuff. It's like 19, 20-year-olds. I was like, girl, this is all they got. And then come to find out, Memphis doesn't have a gay scene. The older gays have their own little stuff. They have house parties and kickbacks and all the other stuff. I'm like, oh my God. I remember Memphis used to be, oh my God. That's how Atlanta gonna be after a while. No shade, girl. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, girl, before they buy our Bulldogs. That's a whole nother conversation. I ain't talking about that today. But I appreciate y'all loving on me, treating me so good. I just did a review for The Pass on Patreon. Girl, Todd and Candy. Yeah, I did a whole review on it on Patreon. Sign up if you can. But you know, that movie was interesting, girl. That's all I'm gonna say. Say the rest of the video that I did. Check it out. But girl, that's all I have on my mental health journey and my things. Getting back on track. Hopefully September will be me getting back on track because August was just very hectic and I was just very fast paced and I'm just off. So I'm getting back on my things this Friday, period. But let's go ahead and get to the tea for today. The tea for today is let's go ahead and start. I want to go ahead and get the drama out the way. So Funky Dineva has offered an apology, in quotation, to Chloe Bailey on Fox Soul. I'm praying today that show get canceled. I'm really praying. Pray I catch you. I'm praying that show get canceled because nothing good comes from it ever. So Dineva offered somewhat of apology and just gave this down to earth, meet us on the ground. Oh, y'all, I'm not gonna get on here and be inauthentic, and because the corporate folks done told me to apologize, I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, and I still believe what I said. I didn't have to say that. But it's the fact that you did say it. It's the fact that you did say it. The same way we dragging Erica Mena for how she responded to Spice and calling her a monkey, a light-skinned black woman calling a black dance hall legend, dark-skinned black dance hall legend, a monkey. Even though Erica Mena was mad, there was no reason for her to say that. So when you're saying stuff out of anger, that means it already was manifesting in you. That means you already had these thoughts. It already exists. And yes, anti-blackness, misogynoir, all these things exist in us. But it is our job to unpack it. It is our job to make sure that we're not being harmful to people who look like us when we're talking. That's what it is. And Funky Dineva has had a history of doing these things. He's called Blue Ivy ugly in relation to her hair texture. This was a child. Not that this is Beyonce's child, but this is a child. Funky Dineva has had a history of talking about black women in a very derogatory way, and he tries to give it like he's being real. You owe everything that you have to black women. You owe everything that you have. This whatever you're doing on Fox Soul is black women. And it's upon black women to take that power away from him. It is upon black women to recognize that, hey, maybe we should not be supporting men like this. Maybe we should not be supporting folks who don't support us. Y'all have to take the power back. But you know what? There are, unfortunately, some black women who don't feel anything about what he said and his history of that, because anti-blackness is so strong, misogynoir is so strong, that oftentimes some black women do have their own internalized anti-blackness and misogyny. Like it happens, and that's why it's important for us to have a conversation and let you know, like, this ain't right. There was no need to call Chloe any of these things in relation to her being, oh, not hood, all that. All she was doing was defending her sister. I do appreciate some folks naming and saying that it doesn't make sense for folks to say, oh, he must have used to talk to her boyfriend or something. She must have did something to him. That is putting the blame on Chloe. That is misogynoir working. Because even when Chloe is being harmed in this moment, when she's being talked about, she's being discussed, her body, you have, oh, she must have did something to piss him off. How often have we heard folks say, what did she do to make him so mad? What did he, like, how often have we heard folks say, what did she do to make him so mad, in relation of a person, a woman, being harmed, and they're still not being protected in this moment? So Dineva, yes, Fox, I don't think Fox is going to let you go. I know what Fox is. Fox is just as anti-black as you are. So they don't care about that. They don't. They don't see that as harmful, but I guarantee you had said that about a white woman, you would have been gone. I guarantee you. Had you said, and you won't, you will never talk about a white woman like that. You will never fix it, because you know, you want to pretend as if, oh, I cutthroat. I'm saying, you have never talked about a white woman on a platform like that, because you know you'll be cut. So if you know that you can't say stuff about white women like that, but you can say stuff about black women and get away with it, what does that say about you? That's all I got. The apology was not an apology. It was bull crap. And I'm not surprised. The whole panel has been known to say a lot of ignorant things. And I stand on that. All three of y'all are severely ignorant. And I hate that people watch y'all. And I hate that I share mutuals with you all, because y'all are disgusting, foul people. And y'all need to atone for y'all anti-blackness. Point blank period. Moving on to other anti-blackness. Let's talk about Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell was talking to the press about re-election, and everybody on mute. Look around, it's me and my crew, Republicans. Like, girl, we got folks in positions of power. We got Mitch McConnell falling out to the Red Lobster. Like, this is the leader of the GOP. He's the Republican leader. He's running for re-election, and he ain't making it. We got Senator Feinstein, Dianne Feinstein. Literally, her child has power of attorney of her, but she is still a working U.S. senator. Like, y'all want to say, oh, you know, it's the what's name fault that the Supreme Court like that, girl. If RBG or whatever her name is this week, had she resigned instead of holding on to power, we wouldn't be in this position. Like, folks are holding on to power because it's not about serving the people. It's about holding and maintaining power, because there's no need for you still to be in position of power. And also greed, because the people who work for Mitch McConnell and Senator Feinstein are getting checks. They're getting their stuff, so they're gonna keep moving their hand, move them so they can steady get checks. None of it is serving us. And we okay with it. We okay with it. Whew. And it's gonna look very interesting for the Republicans to talk about Joe Biden and his age, use it as an attacking point or whatever. And child, this is the state of politics in the US. It's gonna be interesting seeing them talk about Joe Biden, and then you have Mitch McConnell sitting here dying in front of the press. Like, this is his second time, and he's had 2-3 falls this year. Something is wrong, and he's gonna croak any day now. It's only a matter of time. And baby, Twitter is going to be on fire. But you know what, maybe, what's his name? Elon Musk might shut Twitter down like that, girl, because it's the way Twitter is becoming a right-wing platform, and I'm slowly backing away from it. But yeah, but let's move on to some positive stuff. I want to give some flowers out to Victoria Monet. Victoria Monet, I finally watched your music video. Oh my God. I thought the girls was lying. I thought the girls were just hyping you up, but I know you're talented. But I was really moved by watching that music video. It really took me back. And it wasn't like a bite off of previous culture, older culture or whatever. It was repackaged in a way of appreciation, and it was just so clean and crisp. Shout out to Sean Bankhead for the choreography. It was just amazing. Like, the trumpets, the horns, all of this is how you take a little bit of a sample and make it work. It was just really good. I have not listened to her album. She's getting a lot of praise for it. Shout out to her. Y'all know I ain't really the music girl like that. That ain't for me. That's for my other girls. Like, when Deshaun is sitting next to me, then we can talk about music. But girl, I'm not the music girl. But I love the song. I love the music video, and the song has been stuck in my head. The song has been stuck in my head. Oh my mama. Like, she was eating it. Just everything. I want somebody to break down why that song is so good. Like, I love anything with horns, even though I couldn't play the trumpet to save my life. I love anything with horns. So, girl, shout out to Victoria Monet. Love that for her. Let's move on. Let's talk about other music. The Renaissance visuals. The Renaissance visuals might be coming anytime soon. It's been a report that Beyonce is currently shopping for a network to pick it up and seeing who is going to pay for it. The film was directed by Nadia Lee Cohen. She's a British artist, photographer, and rising filmmaker who has shot numerous magazine covers and music videos, having worked with artists such as Tyler the Creator, A$AP Rocky, Katy Perry, and Kali Uchis. I'm saying their name correctly. She's very, very talented from what is being said. And currently they said that she's shopping it around, trying to see who's going to pick it up and pay for it. This is how you do it. Now, B, this is smart. I'm gonna tell y'all why this is smart. This is a very smart business move, because the album has been out for a year. We've been waiting for it for a long, like, we think, oh, girl, it's gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna watch it, we're gonna consume it. It's not on YouTube. It's not on any of the stuff. So, okay, are we gonna get it? We've been talking about it for a year. People are still hungry and wanna see it. Not many artists can make us wait that long for something like that. Not many artists can make us wait that long. It's like, oh girl, that's a year long. I don't want to see that no more. But we know that Beyonce is very dedicated to making sure she puts good quality stuff out. That we know it's going to be good. We know she has an eye. We know she knows who to hire to produce really good stuff. Now, someone did make a comment. I don't know, it's one of my mutuals, and said I can't think of his name, but he made a very good comment. He's actually one of my friends, Boo. He said that he wants Beyonce to hire a real like team to do a docu-series, to like do a real documentary. Her documentaries would be good, but we need something in depth. But I think Beyonce ain't gonna do that because she don't want them hoes too much in her business. But I do Think this visual album is going to be amazing. I think it's going to be good from what I've seen and just from knowing B. So I'm very curious of who's going to pay for it. And I think it's going to be worth big money because y'all can literally say, we have the visuals. That's literally y'all mark, we have the visuals. We have the visuals. Like, that's the marketing strategy. We have the visuals. That's going to eat. Because their fans going to be beating that into the ground like, we have the visuals. Who is going to pay for it? I don't know if I want it to be HBO. Wouldn't mind it being on Netflix, but considering how none of these streaming networks, how they acting right now, I don't even know, to be honest. Honestly, I think she just put it on YouTube, but Beyonce is a capitalist, love her down, but she's a capitalist, so she could just put it on YouTube. It's still some level, because we have to watch ads or pay YouTube Premium to be able to watch it, but I just don't trust in these networks and these streaming folks because they've just been acting a plum ass with not wanting to pay these writers and actors and stuff. Like, I don't trust them. But Beyonce gonna get a big coin for this. This is how you do it now. Somebody else had said they had a documentary coming and they were shopping around, but they've not been able to find nobody to pick it up because ain't nobody interested in anything like that. Nobody's interested in a documentary. If we were, we would hear something. It's been a year almost. Don't think it's going to come out. She might as well drop it on YouTube for us to consume. Or maybe she would need to put it on Vimeo. Maybe something like that. So this is from Above the Line. The individual said the renaissance has been completed, but that it remains in limbo, explaining that select studios and streamers actually got a look at the project between 4 and 6 months ago, but they passed at the time. Asked why, the source could only speculate, saying, I'm guessing the price and lack of replay value for the casual viewer is why it hasn't sold yet. Though they also suggest the possibility that maybe Beyonce didn't like how it turned out. I don't know. Both of these possibilities are actually pretty good. But I think the more one I'm leaning towards is that they didn't want to pay it. They didn't want to pay it because the replay value is like, yeah, we're going to pay it, but our folks going to continuously watch it. I'm like, yes, they are. Like, yes, they will. Like, yes. And it gives you a connection to work with Beyonce. Like, you will be able to say, hey girl, we was the one to drop the visuals. Like, y'all have that right. It's not even coming from like a fan, but it's just y'all can be able to say, hey, we bought it, like, and here it is, like, drop it. Y'all seen how magnificent that, Homecoming was. Like, really good. I go back and watch it every once in a while. So I do think there is replay value in this. But I think what the real thing is she's a black woman. Goes back to what Monique was saying about black women being paid their worth. Because we know, like, yes, girl, I see value in this. And the fact that it's been a year later and folks are still dragging it and wanting it, like, folks would have been moved on from it by now. If this was anybody else. If this was anybody else, they would have moved on from it. So y'all are a fool to think that this does not have replay value. Y'all are crazy. And it makes sense. You know what? It makes sense why. Because she said, y'all asked for the visuals. And you know what? Beyonce said, you are the visuals. Because she ain't got no perfect explanation of why. She can't say, oh girl, I'm trying to find a network to pay for it, but they ain't trying to pay your bitch, so I don't know what to tell y'all. She can't say that. And she's not going to say that she didn't like it. So it's just, you are the visuals, baby. It's giving that. So yes, the Rennie visuals, are they coming? We don't know. I'm very curious in seeing if they will. I think we will. It'd be good to have it before Christmas. I need a Christmas present, period. So let's move on. Let's talk about PinkyDoll. Ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Thank you, thank you. So y'all know who PinkyDoll is, the girl who's known for doing those live streams on TikTok, doing all the other stuff, girl. People been making jokes about it. So for a while, she been looking very pale and light skinned on TikTok Live. So she was at the Streaming Awards, and girl, she is brown. She is brown, like dark brown, brown skin, beige. Like, she is nowhere near that light skin. I have some questions about it because I've been seeing the conversation and folks have been saying, like, she understands how it works. That's why she, shows up there with light skin. She's not trying to pretend like she's light skinned. She just knows what sells. And she's playing the game. If we're saying that she's playing a game and she can make herself light skinned on this video to make money, then why are we just stopping at that? Like, if that's okay, then we're saying it's okay for folks to bleach their skin. It's okay for other, you know, colorist things to exist. Like, we're saying that's okay. Like, no, no. Because it's not even about survival at this point. Because I'm pretty sure she's doing well enough to be good to take care of herself and her child. But it's not about that anymore. And I think a lot of folks are giving her way too much right now. I'm not saying that she's a bad person, but to say that, oh, she's doing this to get the bag, like she knows what it is. I actually haven't heard her say anything about colorism or any of these things, so I don't know anything. I don't know. Like, I don't go get the bag, sister. Like, throw everybody under the bus. Not saying she's throwing everybody on the bus, but it's just like, oh, go get the bag. And it's just like, we have repackaged go get the bag, and it's just like, sell your soul, like sell yourself. Yes, we're all selling ourselves in some way, shape, or form, but for what? Because some of us are doing it for survival, and some of us are not. And we need to be very, very clear on that. So I don't know how I feel about PinkyDoll, and I don't know how to feel about that. I got some questions. Now, one of my fellow creators who I enjoy, Maya or Mayo's World, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. You know I love you down. But they did a video about it, and I cannot wait to watch it tonight because I'm pretty sure they ate. Because when it comes to conversations about colorism, I love their points. I love when they discuss it. They make me think about a lot of things. So definitely check out that video if y'all can. Type them in on your YouTube search bar, MAYO World, because they be eating down. Follow them, period. So Cardi B and Tasha K, once again, Cardi B subpoenas Tasha K's wire transfer, bank, and tax records. Baby, this is the way Cardi B is not playing. This is from Vibe. According to court documents obtained by Radar Online, the Bronx native latest legal move is an attempt to determine whether Tasha K, born Letitia Kibi, has been transparent about her finances following her bankruptcy filing in May. Cardi has informed the judge that presided over Kibi's bankruptcy case that subpoenas are being sent to various financial institutions Kibi is believed to be associated with. The rapper's filing pertains to all documents and communications received by or sent to third parties other than the debtor, including but not limited to the IRS regarding the debtor's finances, employment, income, expenses, businesses, or business interests, including Kibi Studios, LLC, Mona Lisa Brown, LLC, and Yelling Entertainment, LLC. Girl, Cardi B is not playing with that girl. She is not, and I don't blame her. Tasha K doesn't have any type of remorse or feel any type of way about doing this. And I don't blame her for making an example of her. Like, girl, no, I'm gonna make you pay. You gonna pay. Whoo, child. That's But that's all I got. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about my topics today and all the things we covered on this King of Reese video. I love y'all. Until next time, talk y'all later. Bye.